YouTube, I have a legitimate question. I don't know what's going on exactly, but every time I search up, I'm on Xbox right now. Watch this. Every time I search up my matches on Xbox, and you can see I haven't played a single game, I'm just getting greeted by this "the session failed to load. Please try again" error. Did I get banned on Xbox? I know they know my account on Xbox, right? And I've been banned before on UFC games. I got banned during the UFC 5 beta because I uploaded a screenshot of me going crazy, but I'm just trying to figure out, am I cooked? Am I banned? Like, I was just trying to hop on UFC 5 on Xbox and play a couple games, and I can't even do that. Let's try to go to Stand and Bang or something, bro. Is anybody else having this issue? Can I not play nothing? Let's see if we can play Stand and Bang ranked. If I can't play this, I'm cooked. I'm just gonna hop back on PlayStation and run those. This can't be true, right? Oh, wow. Now look, when I search up on PlayStation, watch how it's going. I'm gonna find a match and I'm gonna get right into it. Look, waiting for what's going. Am I cooked? Is it over for me? Is this an issue that's transpiring? Or is this just me? EA done finally got me. Well, since they finally got me, I tried to give you guys gameplay without what you know what I'm saying. Looks like I'm finna just yap to y'all. So the purpose of this video was me to ask you guys, is UFC 6 coming out this year? And I'll give you guys my honest answer, and we will let that, you know what I'm saying, let that sink in. As somebody that has been playing UFC games since UFC 2, and I have really been playing UFC games strongly since UFC 3. I was there for the release of UFC 3. I was there for the release of UFC 4, and of course UFC 5. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say it. UFC 6 is not coming out this year. If you want it to, hey, you're going to have to go to EA and snatch you a copy and just, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're not playing UFC 6 this year. We are currently in November. No, we're in October heading to November, and it is in no sight of anything that we're getting a UFC 6 in the year of 2025. I'm thinking maybe spring, honestly. If I had an honest date, due to how UFC 5 works, if we don't get anything as far as a reveal trailer or anything by December, I'm thinking a spring release for UFC 5, unfortunately. And it sounds bad. Like, damn, we gotta wait till the spring, but it's just what I'm used to seeing from the UFC game. It's looking like a spring release, or maybe even a summer release. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hopefully it doesn't go that far, because I mean, we'd be almost looking at 3 years again for a UFC release, and it's like, damn, who wants to wait 3 years for the release of a game like this when other sports games are having a release every year? You know what I mean? So it's like, come on, man, come on. And UFC is usually a game that is released every 2 years, but due to COVID and stuff like that, UFC 4 going into UFC 5 did get delayed, I believe, and it's looking like we're gonna have to wait a while, bro. It truly is looking like we gotta wait a while, which sucks because I mean, who wants to wait? I mean, unless you a crocodile waiting on food or something. I'm not trying to do no waiting, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's just not the way that I want to do things. I don't want to wait. And UFC, it's usually where they'll give a reveal trailer, and I believe the game may come out maybe 3 or 4 months after that, maybe less than that. I want to say I'd have to look up the reveal trailer, but the reveal trailer usually comes not too long, and then the actual game release. So I want to say like 3 months. Somebody somebody quote me, all right? Somebody quote me on that and correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say like 3 months is usually that turnaround time for that. So for us not to get nothing now, it's just, yeah, it's just cooked for 2025 for UFC 6, man. I can't wait for it. And just to add a little more context or a little more things in this video, is things that I want to see in the game, bro, and stuff like more fighter uniqueness, of course. One of the big things I want to take out the game is people ability to slide. I think really a complete rework on the way footwork works. Okay, in the game, it looks like it's something that they didn't actually mocap. They didn't mocap footwork. It's just more so computerized, where people are stepping into punches, right? Stepping into shots. And I'll give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. When you're fighting, right? I'm gonna pick my camera up a little bit, right? If you're fighting, well, actually, let's put it to the ground so you can see my feet. That's the purpose of this video, right? Right? If you're fighting, you're not gonna throw a punch and slide. You're not gonna slide and throw a punch. You don't have the balance to do so. So when you throw a punch, right, you're going to step into the punch, right? Or you're gonna a smaller step. You're not going to. People are throwing hooks and sliding this way when they throw them, and it just doesn't make sense. When you're throwing a hook, right? You're gonna step into. If you step into a hook, right, you're gonna step. Right? You're not going to do this because people are throwing body hooks and they're sliding like this, and it looks really silly. That's something, again, that footwork is not truly mocap, because you can't even, like, people boom boom boom, right? If I'm stepping and I'm looking to throw moving forward. I'm going against somebody. I want to step into my shots. 1, 2, right? You don't drag it. You're not gonna drag the back foot, right? You can, don't get me wrong, you can 1, 2, but 1 step, 2, it's usually steps. It isn't this sliding stuff. So that's something I definitely think has to be changed, is this sliding while throwing punches. It's just something that just doesn't make sense at all, and it's making people be able to slide out of the way when throwing the punches, and it's just bad ball. Honestly, it's just truly bad ball seeing that in the game. And yeah, I mean, fighter uniqueness, stuff like that, I think damage, all that can be tuned. I mean, that's me just basically beating on a dead horse, so I won't really get too much details with that. But yeah, that was something that I was seeing and I was experiencing a lot. Even when people are running and then sliding into shots, right? They'll be moving forward, right? And then they'll slip hook, like slide, slip, hook, right? And it just looks really silly. And that's one thing that really looks silly. And that's something that I don't think any content creators have covered. So I figured I'd say something about that first. But nonetheless, man, I can't play UFC 5. Maybe you can. Maybe I'm banned. I don't know. Y'all let me know. But I do appreciate you guys' time. If y'all enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, turn notifications. And I'll catch you boys and girls in the next one, all right? See ya.